people, this here is going to be just a quick little video. I didn't prepare to record today, but as some of you send an email asking me what do I think about the Kanye, the Ye matter, or what should we do, okay? So I took a little time, to just, put this response together, and I truly hope that our children will get my point, all right? So, to my beautiful and amazing royals of Africa, Mbolo, and welcome back to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. If you watch me for the first time, my name is Ngningone II, 17th generation crown queen of the fine people and of the Diasporan Africans, also known as the Immortals. So welcome to Nubia, the path to return, the home of the African royals. So, my dear children, today we are going to talk about what's going on with our son, your brother, Kanye, all right? So I started watching a few videos here and there. I heard what Kanye said, all right? Kanye said what Kanye said because this is who Kanye is, all right? This is not, it's funny when he offends other people and then it becomes a problem. But Kanye has offended many people, including ourselves. And for the things, they see are horrible that he said against the Jewish community and stuff, he has apologized for it. I was surprised I didn't hear the apology to George Floyd family. This is where he truly should have begun, because he said something which is very hurtful. So Kanye is Kanye, and Kanye will make comments which are somehow offensive, all right? He has offended us, his own community, and when he offends us, nobody ever say anything, he doesn't get sanctioned left and right. But the minute he offends, the Jewish elite, oh, now it's a problem, and that is a concern to me. Because I don't really like the way he start looking when you have all these corporations basically lining up and, literally stripping him naked layer by layer. So he let us know that they're no longer after an apology, now they're after more. They're clearly after his blood. So this is the time us, his people, need to rise up and organize and see how we are going to fight this back. I know a lot of you have different opinions about your brother Kanye, but I want you guys to understand that this here is bigger. What they're doing to Kanye is bigger than Kanye and his big mouth. Yes, he has offended some people and he has apologized for it. He has apologized for it. So what do they want now? What are they after? They're clearly after his blood, and this is where we draw the line, because our generation will not tolerate watching one of us getting lynched. They're lining up for lynching. This is their modern lynching. So I want our children out there who have so many opinions against him to just zip it up for a moment. Is either we are going to recognize the time we are in. We are at a turning point in our history. So it's up to our generation to make a decisive, decision and say, okay, we are going to be the generation who will change the narrative about our people. Too often we fall back as they're lynching our elites. Okay, you may not like Kanye, but for the sake of who he represents in our community, listen to me well, my children. He doesn't have to even be part of the community for us to have to feel obligated to be supportive of him. Because when adversity comes, when you see adversity rise up and they start circling one of us, it should make the blood of all of us boil. I understand they divided us, they separated us, they made us believe that we are not even related or whatsoever, but we are the generation which knows better. We are the generation who is really awakening. The backlash is Kanye is receiving. Kanye is saying a lot of things which bother people. Kanye is a lost son of Yakuba who has awakened to his true identity. And it hurts. It hurts to find out who you truly are. After they told you all your life, all you are a slave. And you awaken to your true identity, which is born into a royal priesthood lineage. Born into royalty. Yes, it would make a few people crazy. So, I really invite our sons and daughters out there who have an opinion about Kanye, who are publicly inviting or justifying what is about to happen, to just shut up. Our generation needs to move differently. The people we come from in a time as this, we put all our differences aside. They are gearing up, they are organizing to publicly lynch Kanye. And if we continue to have this attitude that we fall back because of our differences, because of the way we feel about the person, forgetting the bigger picture, if they can do that to one of our billionaires, it's inviting extreme violence to the civilian ones of us, to the regular Joe Blow of us. Do you see how deep that could go? So it doesn't even give us room to have excuses not to get involved. And all these brands who are like, stripping him naked, we just boycott them back, period. This is the generation that can rewrite the narrative about our people. We are the generation who came into the truth as to who we are since the fall of our people. Rewrite our history. We are asking for reparation. They feel we are not worthy of reparations because we've been turning the other cheek. This is where we need to draw the line. I say, okay, he said some offensive things against the Jewish elite, because we also have to be careful when we speak. This world is full of crazy people. We know that. But the Jewish community shouldn't feel unsafe because of Kanye's comment. They don't need Kanye's comment to feel unsafe. They need to go back and see how they handle matters around other people. They have a reputation of having some, crooked dealings, having dirty hands in some of the world's most atrocious history. People are finding out about them just like people are finding out about everybody else. They don't need Kanye comment for them to start feeling unsafe all of a sudden. No, they have a track record. I heard they were kicked out of Uganda. So the Jewish elite need to take, responsibility in what they do. Yes, we have to be careful with our word, because you have to, be precise as to who's causing all this, who are the power behind the demise of the group of people. So he has apologized for it already. We are the group of people which has been in the receiving end of all kind of violence. Emotional violence, physical violence, all kind of violence. And sometimes they don't even apologize. But because of what Kanye said, all of a sudden they're going to feel, unsafe. That too, that's an exaggeration. It's clearly an exaggeration. Just like they fear their blood to be shed. We fear our blood to be shed. When the Jewish elite is, circling him, what do they want to do? What are they trying to do to him next? Okay, they're having this fallout, but let's not forget all the millions and millions of dollars he helped make them too. We are no longer their slaves. So, as JP Morgan is threatening him, to get his money out, he shouldn't be the only one to go and get his money. This is how we fight back. We draw the line. We are nobody's slave anymore. Okay? When it comes to the matters concerning us, we need to stop to be so emotional. Because if we start thinking with the emotion all the time, it's going to cause us to continue making poor decisions. You have to go back to who we are. A matter like this, we don't ask a question. Yes, our brother Kanye, he's a big mouth. Yes, he's a loudmouth idiot, we know. But he's our idiot. Dare nobody touch him. Because what they're doing, they're gearing up to publicly lynch him, and we cannot fall back. We should never fall back in situations like that. We put aside all our differences. This is how our forefathers would have wanted us to handle it. Those who have a different opinion, keep it in your houses, especially us. It's too easy to find people who look like us, who will come and justify what they're about to do. So get out there and make some noise. Create hashtag, touch not my brother, touch not my son, touch not my friend Kanye. No, we are not for that lynching, public lynching, or whatever they're trying to do. We will boycott those who are doing all these things to him. He has a community. Over 1 point something billion Negroes are behind him. Those in Africa, make your hashtag too. If they decide to shut down our accounts and so on, then so let it be. We go elsewhere. But we have to send a clear message that those days are over. We are nobody's slaves. We refuse. Okay? And I also want our children to learn about our sacrificial love. The people we come from love in a sacrificial manner. Why? Because we are God's people. Only us have that ability to love. Never allow anybody come in your home or in your community hurt one of you, no matter what, no matter how angry you are at that person. Never do that. That's why they don't respect us. We have been entertaining nonsense like that for far too long. But now we're in a different era. We are in the heart of the age of the Aquarius. This is the time where the divine protection is on the weak and the poor, allowing us to go back to our authentic self, free from fear, free from terror. Because this is the time the Creator, protection, doubled down on the weak and the poor. And He struck down on the wicked is forever stronger. So feel free to be your authentic self. Don't ask any question what your brother did or what he didn't do. When you see them gearing up like that, it's getting serious. Your brother needs you. He doesn't need your criticism right now. Whatever you think of him, keep it in your house. Everybody, touch not my brother, touch not my son. Those on the continent, if you're watching us, let the world know that this generation, we say enough is enough. Many of us will find reason to justify what's going on, and then they wonder why they still treat us like slaves. We can't continue allowing them to do that to those of our sons who dare try to break free from their plantation. And what do? We fall back. You know, our people never reject us, no matter what. Our parents always tell us, no matter how much we mess up. Some of us, we come abroad, and then we are odd with our parents. We don't look back. No matter how many years go back, whenever we go back, we are always welcome. Our people are the true people of God. Only our people are capable of such love, sacrificial love. You don't have to reap a benefit for you to still love them. This is the kind of love the people we come from give to us. So since we are healing, we are going back to who we truly are. This is the time, this pivotal time in our history when we can draw that line and say enough is enough. Kanye had said some horrible things for which he has apologized, and they should leave it as that. They should leave it as that. We won't take it lightly if anything happens to him. That's the talk we need to bring to them. He has apologized, he has apologized. He should stop there. Okay? So we draw the line. We should boycott those brands dropping him. JP Morgan, as you calling him to come get his cash out, prepare that all of us who have account there too, we will do the same. That's how you let people know that enough is enough. I'm no longer your slave. Other than that, we can talk all we want to talk. We can upload video all we want to upload video. But this is how you act. This is how you send a clear message. And to those of our children who have clearly betrayed, we have to love them sacrificially, because this is what our people would do. We don't go out there and feed them to the wolf. It's like you shutting the door for them to ever awaken and come back to us. When you lose a child, you stay hopeful until the end, until that child returns. Okay? So we need to also stop that mentality about attacking those of us who have clearly betrayed, who are pushing their interests. We just stay away from them. We don't support whatever they put out. We clearly let them know we're not happy with you because you're selling us out. But we don't make them our enemies either. Okay? We have to love sacrificially. We don't give up on those we lose. We have to leave that door crack open for them, because at some point they will have to awaken to realize that they're on the wrong side of the battle and join us. But we have to give them the assurance that they are able to come back whenever they're ready. Okay? We have to be wise in this. Stop all the beefing. If you steal my child, I'm going to wait for that child until the last day of my life. That's how our people move. So stop antagonizing your brothers and sisters publicly, for the enemy has been exploiting it. Okay? My dear children, until next time, peace in your homes, love in your hearts, and unity. One Africa, one people, one nation. Until next time, mwah!